Good morning and welcome to the Commissioners' Work Session for August 3rd. We'll start with the District Attorney.
Good morning.
Good morning, Paula.
Morning, Paula.
Here to request ratification of the RASA grant. It's our victim witness grant that we have to apply for every 2 years in the amount of $129,926.
Any questions, Paula?
We ratifying or approving? Do you need it signed now?
Yes, we need it signed now.
Okay, so we'll change the approve to ratify.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
similar to the second item on your agenda with the VOJO, the juvenile
Okay.
victim witness grant.
Okay.
Thank you,
All right.
Paula.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Juvenile probation.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Holly.
I'm here to ask to ratify the, our 2022 PCCD VOJO grant as well, for our victim of juvenile offender, grant program within our office. Runs from January 1st of 2023 to 12/31 of 2024. Total support amounts $40,944. It's divided in 2-year increments of $20,427.
Any questions for Holly?
Yeah, how much per year? It'd be
$20,427.
That'd be 40,854, right? 20.
That's
Which
what
one
he's
is
here.
correct? The 40,940?
The 40,944 is the correct amount.
Okay, so whatever that is per year.
So
Okay.
my math's
Okay.
wrong.
Thank you, Holly.
Okay,
Yep.
thanks, Holly.
Public safety.
472 to 27 got reversed.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Alan.
Request to approve my trip to the Keystone Emergency Management Conference in Altoona in October. It costs us $664, which is budgeted and comes out of hazard material grant for hotel, carrier transportation, the human service rental fee, and conference registration, which is 50% less because I'm an officer with the Keystone Emergency Management Association.
Okay. Any questions for Alan? Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
Procurement. Good morning, Mark.
Morning, Mark.
This is for Crawford County to become a member of Choice Partners, a national purchasing cooperative. Choice Partners is run by the Harris County, Texas Department of Education. Cooperative enables members to purchase supplies and services from contracts publicly solicited and awarded by Harris County. Membership is open to governmental, school, and nonprofit entities in Texas and in all other states. Choice Partners offers commodity contracts that members may leverage in categories ranging from technology products to general supplies, as well as from professional services to construction trades. Choice Partners ask that entities sign as applicable a simple interlocal or interstate agreement in order to join the cooperative and then be eligible to piggyback from the vendor contracts at the same terms, conditions, and prices made available to all members. Membership is without charge or obligation. Your approval to become a member would enable potential use of this cooperative in instances where procuring from it may be advantageous to the county, to Crawford County, from an administrative or cost standpoint. By the way, Crawford County is a member of some other purchasing cooperatives, including CoStars, administered by the Pennsylvania Department of General Services, and Omnia Partners, which is a merger of the former U.S. Communities Government Purchasing Alliance and the National Intergovernmental Purchasing Alliance.
Any questions for Mark?
No.
Thank you for your work on that, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
The treasurer.
Morning, Christine.
Good morning. I'm here requesting approval for payment of $13,792 to Travelers Casualty Insurance Company for the renewal of the tax collector's bond for their 4-year term. The term is 2022 through 2025. This is a county portion of the blanket bond. The remaining costs will be split between the municipalities and the school districts, and this is a budgeted item.
Any questions for Christine? Nope. Thank you.
Thank you.
The courts.
Good morning.
Morning,
Heidi.
Heidi.
We're seeking approval for a video conferencing update project at the Vernon office for the MUJs. The total cost is $1,384. This will be paid from the warrant fee split funds. Includes an extra additional video conferencing station for the conference room at $1,106.16.
Additional microphone for the courtroom for $79.99, an additional monitor for the courtroom of $197.85.
Any questions for Heidi?
No.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thanks.
you.
Correctional facility?
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Jack.
First item, requesting approval of payment of $3,579 to Mobilecom in Meadville for the relocation of the jail's radio repeater. This is the first step in trying to increase our radio, or improve our radio usage. Right now, it's terrible. We can't hear from one point to the other. This is the cheapest first step. The next step would be buying a new repeater. The next step after that would be buying new radios, trying to avoid having to go to the next steps with this first step.
Where are they relocating it to?
It's actually out of the fairgrounds right now. We're gonna bring it from there to the jail.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Okay.
Second, request the approval of payment of $1,924.79 to Howick's Garage for transmission repairs to the 2014 Ford Explorer.
Thanks for getting prices, and it made quite a
Sure.
difference for the first
It
couple
was a
ones.
big difference.
About half, right?
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jack.
Thanks.
IT?
Morning, Tim.
Morning, Tim.
IT is requesting to approve the purchase of a 2-year SSL renewal from GoDaddy for $899.98.
Okay.
We're requesting to approve the purchase of 5 hours of SharePoint technical support from Task Force Red for $675.
Okay.
And we're requesting to approve the purchase of a 1-year software licensing and support renewal for Oracle Database Standard Edition from DLT for $2,576.78.
Okay. Any questions for Tim? Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
Lanny?
Morning,
Morning, Zach.
Morning, Zach.
First item this morning, we're asking to ratify the approval of a non-disclosure agreement between Crawford County and the Northwest Rural Electric Co-op.
Okay.
Second item, we're asking to approve the amendment for a cooperation agreement between Crawford County and CATA. This is regarding the Rural Family Workforce Transit Program. We've discussed it before, shifting some of the funding around.
Okay.
Item C, I'm going to ask to table this morning.
Okay.
Item D, we're requesting to approve payment for pay application number 1 from Construction Services of Pennsylvania in the amount of $10,782.50 for work completed on the Richmond Township CDBG project. This is paid for out of the fiscal year 2018 CDBG program that the county has.
Okay.
The next one is approving a pay request, number 1 from Construction Services of Pennsylvania for the same amount, $10,782.50 for work completed at the Steuben Township CDBG project. This is paid for out of the fiscal year 2019. They worked half day at both of those sites, so that's why they're identical.
Okay.
Next, asking for approval for a payment of an invoice number 10231 from ProTech Asphalt Maintenance, Inc. in the amount of $112,841.95. This is associated for work with the City of Meadville's fiscal year 2020 paving projects, and is paid for out of the City of Meadville's 2020 CDBG program.
Okay.
And then the last item this morning, we're seeking approval to reimburse, to pay a reimbursement request from Western Pennsylvania Conservancy in the amount of $9,378 for their Tyron Weber Woods Natural Area Access Improvement Project. This was funded through the county's Act 13 program.
Okay. Any questions for Zach? Thank you, Zach.
Thank you very much.
County maintenance?
Morning,
Mark?
Requesting to ratify approval to pay Rave Environmental Services. This is a service called to fix the boilers at the renewed Life Haven for $843.75. It'll be paid for with Human Services money.
Okay.
Requesting approval to hire Scobell Company. This is to install new sections in the boilers at the courthouse for $9,680.
Okay.
Requesting to approve to purchase the new sections and gaskets for the boilers in the courthouse through Scobell for $16,700.
Okay.
Requesting approved to pay each group. This is for Federal Bridge Inspection Program number 20, estimate 17 for $25,588.67.
Okay.
Requesting to approve to pay the Gilday Group, this is for the ADA ramp at the courthouse, for $130,050.
Okay,
Requesting to ratify approval of an invoice for the new backup 911 center project at the fairgrounds for $26.98.
okay. Any questions for Mark?
Nope.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Human Services? Morning,
Morning.
Sue.
Morning, Sue.
I am requesting approval of the Child Welfare Information System Data Sharing Agreement for 10/1/22 to 9/30/23. This agreement establishes the terms and conditions in which CWIS will disclose and exchange certain information to the county children and youth agencies in accordance with the Child Welfare Act of 1980, the Child Abuse Prevention and Treatment Act, and the Child Protective Services Law.
Okay,
Requesting approval of the fiscal year 22-23 Human Services Block Grant. The Human Services Block Grant is a document that is completed yearly and submitted to the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services. As a part of the block grant, counties are required to identify local needs, develop goals, create strategies, and identify and track outcomes. The block grant includes mental health, intellectual disabilities, autism, homeless assistance, and substance use disorder. For this coming fiscal year, the mental health priorities will be increasing the awareness of the LGBTQIA population in our community, training on trauma and mental health for law enforcement, working with other systems to develop a day reporting center, and working to address wait times for counseling. HSBG funding for the IDA department is primarily focused on addressing emergency situations and/or at-risk individuals who require assistance with day-to-day living and support. Drug and Alcohol continues working on the following: expanding in its outpatient and intensive outpatient and case management programs, expanding its outpatient treatment programs, increasing the number of clients referred for assessment from primary care providers, and expanding group therapy sessions. Next, I'm requesting to ratify payment to the Center for Family Services for the delivery of ERAP2 services through 7/27/22, totaling $230,136.87, with no cost to the county, all paid with ERAP2 funds.
okay.
Requesting approval of a purchase requisition to Leonard's Auto Services for repairs to car number 22. Total cost is $2,368.42. Cost to the county is $447.35. Requesting approval of a purchase requisition to McCandless Ford for repairs to car number 35. Total cost is $833.68. Cost to the county is $157.46. Requesting approval of an amendment to the fiscal year 21-22 contract with CHAPS. This amendment is increasing the drop-in center, community education and outreach, and mobile site-based psych rehab maximums, and decreasing the certified peer specialist line item. There's no overall change in funding, we're just moving funding between line items. Requesting approval of an amendment to the fiscal year 21-22 contract with Youth Advocate. The total mental health funding is increasing by $1,132.80 in order to cover the June invoices. The cost to the county for the additional funding is $60.48. I'm requesting approval of an amendment to the fiscal year 21-22 contract with Family Service and Children's Aid Society of Venango County. This amendment is increasing the contract maximum for the Community Resource Coordinator to cover the June invoice. The cost to the county for the additional $1,344.49 is $71.78. Requesting approval for the fiscal year 22-23 contract with Joseph Barnhart. Joe is the project director for SOC. He has requested an increase, and our administration agreed to 40 cents an hour increase. He's also asking that SOC reimburse him for his liability insurance. This is a new line item on the contract. There's no cost to the county. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 22-23 contract with Child to Family Connections for their foster care services. Requesting approval of a fiscal year 22-23 contract with the ARC of Crawford County to reimburse one of the ARC's staff members for a portion of the time that they spent searching for the woman that was missing in the Meadville community. And finally, requesting approval of the fiscal year 22-23 contract with Titusville Area Hospital. These are the same services that we contracted for in fiscal year 21-22. The rates and maximums are the same as well. The individual outpatient services are billed at the current rural health clinic rate.
questions for Sue? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sue.
Finance?
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Stephanie.
I have an amendment to make to my spreadsheet. In the first section where we're going to seek approval for invoices, I need to remove the USI Insurance Services since Christine already presented that. So that will change my total to $98,090.
Okay.
All right, so for your approval, I bring invoices totaling $98,090. The first is to Community Health Services. It's the fiscal year 21-22 MATP trips, in the amount of $49,590, and it comes from the Human Services Block Grant. The second is to Mayor Dussel. It's for the 2021 audit, third progress billing. The invoice number is 485803 in the amount of $38,500. Comes from the Finance Department Professional Services line item. The third is to Women's Services. It's the 2022 budgeted allocation in the amount of $10,000. It comes from our Human Services Contributions line item. And for ratification, I have one invoice totaling $694,220.24. It is to P-CHIP. It's our August 2022 health insurance invoice, number 97324-0, and it comes from our health insurance premiums line item.
Any questions for Stephanie? Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Human Resources?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Brittany.
Good morning, Brittany.
Requesting ratification for the payment of the Campbell, Durant, and Beatty bill, invoice number 74597, in the amount of $6,296.56 for special labor council.
Any questions for Brittany? Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Commissioner's Office, our clerk?
Okay, I have Act 1467 and 68 notification from Dyson Helmy on behalf of Richard and Nancy Miller for a small flow sewage treatment facility located in South Shenango Township.
Okay. Next full session will be August 10th. The next work session will be the 18th, which is a Thursday. Just a reminder, the courthouse will be closed on Labor Day. It's kind of weird to talk about Labor Day already, but I guess that's where we're at.
Getting there.
So, any public comment? Any commissioner comments? Commissioner Wiederspin?
Well, speaking of Labor Day, we all know 2 weeks before that is the Crawford County Fair, so things are getting in high gear, and the fair board's doing a great job preparing for the fair, as well as our maintenance department and everyone else involved, volunteers and everything, so, yeah. Looking forward to that event, as I'm sure most of Crawford County is.
Commissioner Staub?
Nothing for me today. Thank you.
Good. I would just like to add to Francis
Good?
that the, yeah, good.
Well, in that case, I am
Yeah.
gonna say something.
I'd like to add to Francis' comment, the Civil Air Patrol has stepped up and helped at the gates
Yep.
and parking, and that's pretty impressive, a group like that to help, fill in the holes where we need them, so
And that's a big hole.
huge hole to fill, so we thank them. Okay, without any other business, we'll see you next week.